Which is a good poem to read at the beginning of spring. As we live in a backward world, winter begins in the kingdom of the ghosts, those we hold dear, whose vaporous flesh I wear, dressing me a handsome ghost in thy skin. Why don't you take me to the race of incarnation? These shy ghosts with their jokes will push me from the nest. I ate the requirement to love, its endless demands. There is not enough of me to answer your questions. Whatever you want me to be, you are in the kingdom of the ghosts. Thank you. Let me see if I can find. Oh, yeah, I'll read it now. This poem I wrote, this has a nice, actually, leading on from Simon, this relates to Pennard, if not the street. Many years ago when I first came to Wales, which I'm very happy to call my adopted country, real hell of a country. I love Wales with a passion. And I first had the privilege of living in the Gower when I first lived here. I'd grown up in nice middle-class suburbs in Ottawa, which is a lovely city, but I'd never been out in nature, which is very counter-Canadian. I should have been skiing and skating, but I was a weedy intellectual and spent all my time reading existential novels and writing. Doesn't show it all. And I arrived in Wales and I fell in love with the Gower. It's hard not to. And one morning, the one thing I miss about living in Canada is real snow, I have to say. I know you consider yourselves sometimes to have snow, which we in Canada would regard more as solidified rain. There was real snow, and I was very excited. I had a dog at the time. I rushed out, and I went in the snow, and I went into a kind of rapture where I was taken back into this kind of reverie about my childhood, not like it was narrating itself, but this poem narrated itself, and then I didn't have anything to write on, and there was no such thing then as smartphones and note takers, so I had to memorize, repeat it to myself over and over because I was desperate not to leave the snow. And when I got back, I wrote it down. It is entitled Snow. I walked out with the dog into the snow, and it blew into me, stuck to me, an angel, a weapon, sticking like memory, falling into the ground and disappearing like memories. A dozen memories I would not have believed could even be remembered. And I saw myself as I was, and did not try to understand, and saw the snow falling into the ground and disappearing, like my mother, and felt her, and the snowsuit around me, the blue snowsuit, felt that strange, pleasant pain the sharpness gives. Sun was a dull yellow circle obscured as it blew across, and as I tried to hold on to these words and felt them stick and knew them safe, how I wished the children were there to tell my story to, that disappeared into the ground with her. I wished you were there to tell too. I don't know why, but it blew into me, alone again, alone in the snow, alone at school, from that day to this, a willing fool. Do you know how it blew into me? Right, I think I might read a slightly longer one if that's okay, if you have time, or I might not, depending on what I find, but I'm working on it. Actually, I might read this. Yeah, I'll read this one, actually. This poem, we'll go into the genesis of this poem. It was, anyway, it's called Victim of Dreams. It's a poem of which I'm very fond because it's emblematic of a time in my life which, actually, well, it's my life, really. In any case, Victim of Dreams. The closer reality draw dreams closer still. From metal to the grinder, the sparks fly. Cold and hard the realization, while small lights swing and die. I have seen my brother in his asylum, his blood also mine. I have seen the future, and its number is one. I have seen my father in his dying, and am still his son. Demanding answers from God, I am handed his design. I will be alone, no rescue will I find. Salvation is a fiction, redemption never was. What is real remains so, what is not fiery dust. So I'll read this. Because I mentioned my mother in the poem Snow, it actually, although I don't dwell on her, and she's long passed, she's been in my awareness more lately, so I could dedicate this to her. It's entitled, I Carry in Me My Mother. I carry in me my mother, like a package, like a weapon. From her I have indeed taken a twist, a disease of the mind. But oh, how she loved me. I would not even change it. I live with her through it, for her in it, bear it, keep her alive. I can't explain it. Maybe you understand. The woman she was before her breakdown and ECT, I sustained by not being myself destroyed. I carry her in me. I will never let her go. We must go free together or not at all. I'll read two more, is that all right? You're signaling there, Dave. Just to aggravate Dave, I'll read a long poem and then a short poem. I don't know how to spot my pay. I'm a ham. So this poem, I would say it's self-explanatory, but poems shouldn't really explain things. It's entitled Sane World. I'm looking for something I can't lose. I almost lost it. I'm snow-blinded and underfed. I'm supposed to be finding out. I'm losing in. I lost myself. I was lost, now I'm finding. No records of value are kept. I have no map that isn't burning. I'm not a suitcase, I never packed. I'm not alone, the terminal is full. The lines follow the horizon at right angles. I'm going in corners. Instead of limping around the point, let's cut it loose. I'm an explorer, a random discoverer. I am lost and wish to remain so. I reject that in this world, madness is a distinct or important reality. Interestingly, some of the greatest criminals in history were not insane, and nor were those that permitted them with their apathy to let their crimes be perpetrated at length. It takes a mad man to kill one man. It takes a sane man to kill 100,000. I reject the description of a Hitler or a Stalin as insane. They were at the apex of sanity and saw that the collective unconscious is scarred with its own cruelty and can be used. The insane are at the edges like hungry dogs, existing on the scraps of the sane, but important for their explorations beyond and behind and inside the sane world. I disdain your sane world. It is known. It has nothing to teach me. And by stumbling out of it into the explorer role, I glimpse freedom from the sane and their dreary, self-important cruelty. If this sounds radical, it's because you hear it only from habitual sanity. I'm nothing to lose. I love it when you say it's all in your mind, as though the predictable stupidity of sane world is less deluded. Unless you're like me, I'm bored with you, and that makes us about square. What makes me laugh is that one is mad, acts mad, and is accused of madness and denigrated for being mad and for being, and that the sane are blind to their insanity. It's highly amusing, remarkable that the supposedly sane are so crippled with self-importance over their superior mental state. Yet we are all explorers. My exploration is of your madness, to know it and feel it. Yours is to be sane and rejoice in it. I don't need as many reasons for things as you, and that's my taste of freedom. You want answers, which I have, but no questions, and so no context. What do I need answers for? I'm an explorer of the unfindable and the snowblind. This is the, signature piece, Travel in Peace. That rhymes, I guess. Travel in peace. Being light, being dark, travel in peace, all of you. Knowing love, knowing life, travel in peace, all of you. Awake day, awake night, travel in peace, all of you. Demons within, angels without, travel in peace, all of you. Seeking truth, speaking false, travel in peace, all of you. There was no beginning, the end cannot come. Whatever has me now will not let me go. You may travel beside me, how can you know? No beginning, no end. This being is leaving, without me where I do not belong. Travel in peace, my friend.
Yeah.
Here, any questions? Any better answers?